This setup is not perfect, but if you want to know how to empower yourself, move through all the fears, step up to the challenge, and make a breakthrough this week, then this video is for you. Stick around to the end, as I'm going to reveal some insights that I have found through my own experience as well from what is mentioned in astrology. So over the weeks, I think the biggest transits that we are currently experiencing right now, and this Pluto-Mars opposition, and the Sun is right now squaring this thing, and on top of that, Chiron and Hygeia, these two planets that is associated with healing, with curing, with overcoming certain wounds. And we are called to turn around some level of wounds into wisdom so that we can actually make a shift in our lives. So starting in this space of victimization. Now this consciousness of victimization is coming up very, very frequently. And let me define it a little bit, because victimization is basically separation from your true self, right? That you think that the outside world is the truth, when what's really happening is some form of belief that the victimized conditions, and the belief is being reinforced by reality that is being experienced on the outside. Now the thing is that seeing is really not believing, right? Is believing that actually helps you see. And this is where we are so misguided, because we tend to make judgment, decisions, choices based on what is currently experiencing around us, and then we call it practical, real world solution. And then basically we ended up brainstorming or going to a place of analysis paralysis, of thinking about the same thing in the same level of consciousness that will only produce results that is of similar experience, similar emotional experience, right? So let me give you an example. If you have any unresolved wounds inside of you, you're gonna around the wound anytime you're triggered, and it's not even up to you, right? Anything from the color to the senses to the taste to the smell to the touch, to the ambience of the environment, anything like that is so subtle, can trigger you into that loop, right? The downward spiral of like going back to that memory of you who are probably at 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, and you might be even throwing that tantrum that maybe someone didn't acknowledge you or make you feel like you're not. In different environments, for some reason when you step into the room, the same trigger just happens. It's not even up to you, right? So this is where we need to be really, really careful and acknowledge that there's this part of us that we can get stuck in by what we see, what we feel, what we hear, what we taste, what we touch, and we might think that we are making real life decisions and choices, but the truth is actually not. Now this next is that we try to prove our self-fulfilling prophecy by complaining, by judging, by shaming, by perpetuating the same mindset, the same behavior, the same addictive patterns that has been keeping us in the same loop. And this is the time, this week is the call to break through all of this. Now how do you jump out of that, right? It's not an easy one for sure, but it's also an emotional one, because you have to actually get out of that victimhood mindset. Or first and foremost, accept yourself where you are at in the moment, because this is where you're at. And then let me ask you a question. If you could create your life in being procrastinating, feeling like you're not enough, feeling like you're overworked, feeling you're burnout, feeling you're not seen, felt, heard, acknowledged by other people, and feeling powerless and helpless, will you choose that? Most often than not, the answer is no, right? But if the answer is no, why is it happening? Why is there a subconscious choice and decision making that decision for you to put you in situations? Because if you are choosing totally, fully from the place of love and a place of confidence, you will not end up in situations like that, right? So how to gain confidence? Gain confidence means finding safety within yourself first and foremost. That means you have to completely accept who you are. And there's no easy way to do that, but to accept is to forgive, by saying that, okay, this is where I'm at, I'm a work in progress. As my mentor Shani Taylor say, the work in progress, the progress that is messy, right? And we figure out as we go, we allow failures in, we allow ourselves to make mistakes. And these mistakes, these failures is actually going to be those stepping stones. But the moment you give up on yourself, the moment you don't try, the moment that you don't give yourself this grace of like considering that might be a possibility outside of what you're thinking right now, then your life will always be the same. That is victimization. And now we are being called to step out of that, because whatever is happening around you, it's not personal. And the quick come your way are good problems, and it's serving you, and it's not happening to you but for you. Your life, your mindset, your everything is going to start to see the creative solution that is right in front of you. What you need is always around you, because the universe never give you a challenge that you cannot handle. It will always meet you where you are, so that you can jump a little bit higher than you were before. So my point is this: when you are willing, the universe will show you the way. When you are willing, the universe will show you the way, because you don't even need to know how, right? You just have to take the first step. That you will always know the next best step. Yes, you cannot plan it through all. Yes, there's some level of uncertainty going through out of it, but you got to trust yourself that you will grow with the challenge, you will grow with the uncertainty, and you'll find a new level of comfort zone. And the point of all of this is that we are here to evolve, and we're not here to stay stagnant in where we were before or stuck in our past. The past is already over. It's a very powerful opportunity for you to take charge of your life, to say no to things that you meant to know, to say yes for the things that you say yes, and embrace that vulnerability. Now, you know, like a baby learning how to walk, he doesn't know how to walk yet, but he or she doesn't stop there, right? Keeps walking and trying, and even if you fall down and crawl on your all fours, just do it. But eventually, someday, you will get up. Kind of attitude towards your life, this commitment to yourself, it is not a matter of if anymore, but a matter of when. Okay, this time is going to be short and sweet. I hope this message get through to you in your heart to do some form of action. If you love what I'm sharing here and this insight is something meaningful to you, please hit like and subscribe, share it with your friends. The world needs to hear this message. And then, you know, I'm still offering this 15 minutes free reading clarification, how this transit is impacting you personally. And if you need any clarity to help you to step towards the freedom that you're looking for, this link is down right here in the YouTube description below. All right, I'll see you guys next week.